Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Oversteer and Underdogs. I'm Deane. This is my buddy Rob. We are
Yep.
back. We are back after a couple of weeks here. We had some scheduling issues last week, but we are here for
Technical difficulties.
a grand wrap-up episode kind of deal. We had two series end over the last couple weekends. We had Formula One unfortunately come to an end, as well as the V8 Supercars. Why don't we hop into F1 since we have two of them to cover? And as much as there wasn't that much on-track action, there was a lot happening. There was a lot going on.
Yeah. No, I mean, first off, it was Qatar. Like, it's almost a blip in my memory after last weekend. But yeah, no, Qatar was interesting. Not a lot of on-track action with it, but I swear to God, I was on the edge of my seat wondering what was going to happen with strategy the whole time. Like, who was going to like finish where? Like, was Lando going to be? Was it going to be? Honestly, you think about it. What's crazy now? He doesn't get that spot. He's not 2 points up.
Exactly. And you wonder what that does to that last race, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was wild. I mean, I was watching it in my living room, and when everybody goes into the pit on lap 7, like you'd imagine, this is perfect scenario, right? You got a 25 lap stint, 57 lap race. There's a wreck on lap 7. Perfect. 2 pit stopper. Done.
One
Done
out of the
deal.
way, gone.
Beautiful. And for
And
some
who
reason,
doesn't?
for some reason, and it wasn't Ferrari actually, which was kind of crazy.
Which is blew my mind.
Yeah. McLaren pulls this move where they're like, "Stay out." What the hell is happening? Uh, I thought a whole bunch of people that get paid a heck of a lot more than us don't know what's going on. We're right for some reason, and I was just being stupid, but apparently I wasn't the one being stupid.
No, that was a just bass backwards move. And just the fact that like you fuck both of your drivers. Like
Yeah.
you really screwed Piastri. Like you really screwed the pooch with Piastri. Really just pretty much knocked him out of contention completely.
Yeah. And I mean, it was an unfortunate side effect because, Oscar it was his first race where he really ran fantastic. He looked great.
Well,
Crushed the weekend. It was a good bounce back for him, but hey, that set us up for a pretty exciting showdown here in Abu Dhabi, or at least that's the way we saw it all coming. Fortunately, it didn't produce the most exciting race ever.
You know what else it set up? The best Voldemort impression I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we'll get to that too. It was just...
It looked so forced. Like Oscar was like, "I don't want to be here," and Zach's like, "Come here,
yeah,
come here.
I know.
Good job, good job."
It
like,
is a
are
crazy
you kidding
thing.
me, bro?
I mean, like overall, I feel really bad for Oscar. He might not be the number one. He might not be a top tier driver yet. He's gonna get there. I don't think this is his last shot at a title. He is at the moment, I think, a midfield driver, but he's gonna be up there. He'll be up there. He'll be competing like Weber used to, or Ricardo in his prime. Hopefully he can be a little bit more successful. Hopefully he can get that championship for our friends on the other side of the planet.
Yeah. Whether or not it's with McLaren is going to be a very big.
Yeah. I mean,
up in the air.
It's going to heavily depend on next year. At the end of the day, I feel like these guys, regardless of the team, you want to be in the best car. That's what gives you the best chance. That's the way Formula One is. But
and now we're back to a level playing field.
Let's see what happens.
We're back to a level playing field with next year with the new car setups, new teams coming in, new teams taking over, new engine manufacturers taking over for certain teams.
Yeah, and you'll never be preferred over Lando. You just won't. You won't be preferred over Lando. He's a British driver for a British team in an extremely British sport. He was there through all the trials and tribulation. He's, if nothing else, he's been extremely patient with everything that's gone on over there. And he's really helped. He has transformed that team. He has, at the end of the day.
Yeah, you put anybody else in that position. I mean, there's a lot of people on the grid that would have blown up way more than his outburst when he was like, "How's this fair? Like, I did this for him back a few races ago." Like that comms. When was that? What race? Well, the main one. I think it was Monza when he was like, "How is this fair? I did this for." Yeah. So like. he kept himself composed, especially with having that happen on a regular basis. It happened. I sent you that that Australian dude just completely spouting off about it. It was like 7 instances this year
Oh,
that
yeah,
he
yeah.
got the shaft in the
Yep.
situation between the two of
Yeah. And I think a lot of it was just really unfortunate happenstance of, Lando picked the right strategy in Austria, and it worked out, but when Lando got his choice, or when Oscar got his choice, something came down to it where it interfered with Lando and it was unfair, was the way that the
Yeah,
team saw it. It's not the way I'd run a team. I don't necessarily agree with it, to an extent. I do believe the
yeah,
driver should be driving, but let them race. Certain things that happen are part of racing. I mean, slow pit
yeah.
stops are part of racing.
I mean,
Crashing into the side of your teammate happens.
you put you put George or you put Charles Leclerc in that situation,
Mhm.
they are spouting off, hands
Oh, yeah,
down. And the fact
100%,
that he kept it
100%.
together, like that's gonna be really good, not just for like moving forward, obviously with McLaren for now, but like teams are gonna see that he's
Yeah.
yes, it was a shitty situation, but he stayed professional throughout it. That's a good person to have on your team. He never once badmouthed them straight up. Maybe he had a couple innuendos here and there, but
Yeah,
like
but he was
he kept
professional.
it even keel and professional the whole time. That's gonna go a long way for him, especially only being 3 years in.
Yeah. No, that Oscar Piastri has a very bright future in Formula 1.
Yeah,
He will get better. It's only his 3rd year, and he's already number 2, or, well, number 3 in the world championship, but he
yeah.
looked fantastic. That move he pulled on Lando on lap 1, I was like, "Oh my god, it is on. This is
Yeah.
crazy." That was a
I that
tremendous move.
I mean, he needed Lando to finish out of the top 10 to be able to even get anything, so it was
Yeah.
like
But
disaster had to strike Lando, but still, like,
he put
it's not
himself
over until the last lap.
Yeah, he put himself in the right situation just in case something happened. That
Yeah.
move was just I like to think of I think in his own way, because Oscar's such a controlled, quiet, conservative kinda guy. That was kinda like a big middle finger of, "Yeah, I can still kick your ass. I know
Yeah.
you can kick mine, but there's days I can kick yours too." It
Yep.
was such a good move, and I mean, you and I have been really good friends, and I'm sure Lando and Oscar are great friends. There's At the end of the day, when you're behind a wheel, even whether it's on sim in a go-kart, or I'm sure in a Formula 1 car, your teammate's your number 1
Friendships don't
competition,
matter.
and it's like
Friendships don't matter.
and it always feels good to pass the guy that you race against the most and like, "I got you today."
Yeah, and honestly, like, at that level too, like, yeah, you can be friends, on the off weekends, you can be
Oh, yeah.
friends on the off season. When you're on the track, friendships don't mean shit. Max has
Yep.
proved that time and time
Oh,
again.
yeah.
He's cool with everybody. He will push you into the fucking wall if he has to.
Especially if your name is George Russell. No, it was, if you haven't watched, or you can't tell, and for some reason you're watching our podcast without actually watching Formula 1, welcome. Lando Norris is your Formula 1 world champion this year. There have been many critics, us included, for throughout the season. He did buckle down the last half of this
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Gotta give props where they're due. He buckled down. He did what he needed to do. He might not have been the most hyped guy throughout the whole season, but man, watching him cut through the field
Dude,
when they
those
pitted him on
passes,
hards,
the
oh,
double passes, just like he threw those
incredible.
down so smoothly, and it was like, damn, where was this at the beginning half of the season? Like you were a
Yeah,
Nancy boy at the beginning
yeah.
half of the season when it
And
came
like
to passes like
And
that.
the thing is, if you look back at his season and his finishes, he was the most consistent driver. He didn't have the most wins. Max had the most wins the end of the day. But he had the most podiums by, I think it was 4 or 5. Um,
Yeah,
he he showed consistency is king. And he did that by, I think, keeping that level head and not putting himself in those situations. So as much as we gave him a bunch of shit for not being aggressive, it paid off. He
yeah,
did what he needed to do. He got the job done. And like I said, passing all those guys the way he did after the first set of stops, that was awesome. It was so cool. That was fantastic to watch. He was passing guys like they were standing still. That
yeah.
move on Fernando, I believe it was, and Lawson at the same
At
time
the same
ending.
time,
I can only imagine they told him there's a V-carb car ahead of him. Be careful. And he used Fernando as kind of a decoy, and it was and of course the guy he's going to pass is the one who probably belongs in Formula 1 jail for taking guys out or ripping wings off, is Liam Lawson.
yeah. Literally. And honestly, like he passed 4 people within the span of, like, 60
Oh,
seconds.
and
Like,
it was done it was done with such aggression and such there was no second guessing. It was just zero hesitation. "I'm coming through. Get the fuck out of my way." And he did it.
yeah.
You know, it
No.
and then, um, I mean, to go through that whole thing, other than that, not a whole lot really happened, quite honestly. At least I didn't think so, unless you saw something that I didn't, but there wasn't a whole lot.
No, not really. There wasn't much that happened. Honestly, I'd just like to take a second to still say that yeah, he might have won it, but the fact that they even allowed Max to come back and
Oh, it's crazy.
miss by what, 2 points? Was it 3
Yeah.
points? 2 points.
2 points.
Dude, literally, again, if they don't if he does not get that last position, if Antonelli does not spin out,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
what happened? Has there been a tie before?
You get tiebreaker goes to the most podiums, I believe, or the most
Oh,
wins.
so he would have won anyways.
Yeah.
If
So I
it's
mean,
most wins, Max would have won.
yeah, if it's most wins, Max would have won. But no, yeah, that was I think in terms
Hell
of
of a
things,
half a season.
there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of what ifs that could go into it. What if Max doesn't get taken out by Kimmy? What if Max doesn't spin out at Silverstone? What if Lando's engine doesn't blow up at Zandervoort? What
Yeah.
if
He doesn't
there's a
smash
what if
into Oscar in Canada.
yeah, like there and the thing is like you can what if all those and you can if you even if you remove the things that were at the fault of the driver, so remove his crash into Oscar in Canada and then remove Max's fuck up into the side of George because he got a hot head. We're in the same situation.
Yeah.
Um, so at the end of the day, the things that the drivers could control don't change it, which is crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. The kid earned it.
No,
It's an
and
amazing thing.
it honestly, like, we talked about it, I talked to my buddy Jeff about it, like, just the emotion, um, the worst comms ever coming over to congratulate a world champion, again,
I
by Zach Brown, the biggest
and it was
tool in the industry.
yeah, and it was like in the moment I was so mad that he came on. Is this the championship hotline? I'm
You're
like,
so lame, bro, why are you
God.
such a cheese
But then,
ball?
and the funny thing is, I look back at it after and I think about it, and I'm like, I'm a dad. I'm an American. I can appreciate it to an extent, but God damn it, not on national
No,
TV. Do it to him
and
on his cell
not
phone tomorrow.
in the history of world
Oh,
champions
it's the
since Formula One's been a thing, that
worst
was the
calm ever.
worst congratulations for
No,
winning
the
the
worst.
World Drivers' Championship. Hands down, absolute bomb
Yeah, it
of
was terrible.
like, and he thought he was so cool. You know, he thought he was cool about it too.
You're like,
And it's like,
guys,
dude,
watch
shut
this.
the fuck up.
It is amazing. It was terrible. And then to hear him talking to his engineer Will, who told him, "Yeah, don't do donuts. Don't do donuts because we're not sure about. We don't want to lose too much weight here." And then he goes and he rips donuts anyways. And he talks
Yeah,
about it
like,
after.
fuck you.
He says, "This might be the first time I didn't actually listen to Will. I'm very sorry."
No, literally, like, I get it. I get it. You don't want the plankware since that's been, your main thing this year is getting plankware
Yeah,
issues. But you're not gonna tell me that I'm
fucking
not
slap
gonna
a
be able to do donuts for
go.
my
I'll
first
pull her
world
in the
drivers
garage,
champ.
slap another set of tires on it, and I'm burning it down, buddy.
No,
It was
it was cool to see. And then he comes in hot sideways.
oh,
That was funny.
dude, and we've criticized Lando a lot for some of the things he may say, which may be in poor taste or um not whether it's not being aggressive or whatever. But man, to see you could really see the kid in there, him
Yeah,
coming, you could hear him crying over the radio. Like uh, you can just see how much it did matter, even though he may portray that it doesn't.
yeah,
He really it's nice to see it go to somebody that shows it means that much that way. With
yeah,
Max, he flips out, he's going crazy, he's yelling, he's screaming. This is just pure emotional, just rip my heart out. Holy shit, this is awesome.
yeah. And it's
Uh,
like I see the thing about, like, how, like, just for, like, us as just regular car guys, like, I know when I got the car, well, like, my car, my inner child was really happy.
mhm.
And I know, like, when you got your Veloster, your inner child was really happy. And it's like, think about that level. His inner child was jumping for joy with that. And it was
Yeah,
just really cool to see it.
yeah. I look at Lando Norris. You are on top of the world. You are
Yeah.
the fastest man in a car on this planet. Congratulations, due where it's due. Very
Yeah.
happy for him. I did see all the cool Lando Norris gear they got coming out too from his company.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It looks awesome. I love the style. It's the old school, like NASCAR t-shirt looking style.
It is.
It is so cool. I
It
love it.
is. It gave me
I love it.
Brickyard 400 vibes.
I love it. And then to see him celebrating the way he is, taking shots of tequila out of his monster can.
Bro,
Clearly.
dude, that wasn't even there was no chaser in there. They just said, poured out the monster, pour it in the tequila,
Yeah.
and he's just like, every shot you see him taking a drink, he's like,
How pissed do you think Monster is that it makes their drink look terrible?
I texted you that. I was like, what do you think it is? Do you think it's actually in there and he hates Monster that much?
It was wild. Like that. It was, just again, good on him. I love seeing the interviews. I love seeing how happy he is. He seems like a great dude. He always has seemed like a great dude. He even mentioned the things of like, I've said some things that, to people that I race with and all. He wasn't specific, but you could tell what he was talking
You know
about.
what they are. You know what they are.
He said, there's a lot of things I wish I could take back. I said they've helped me grow as a person though, and I wouldn't change who I am now. That's admirable. That is a person to aspire to be like. Good on him.
Yeah.
Just
When he
happy
called
to see.
himself a loser though for crying, I'm like, dude, shut up. You're allowed to
No,
cry. Like
you
you're
should be crying.
allowed to
If you're not crying,
look
you're a
down
loser.
at your mom who is sobbing right now,
Yeah.
your dad who is crying, and your girlfriend who is sobbing. Like you're allowed to show some emotion. It's okay. It's
Oh, yeah.
okay.
And it was cool to see even after so many videos of him just partying so hard in the clubs.
In the club, dude. Yeah.
Bro, so good for him. I love it. There's nothing, we go through, we see all these professionals, we see them do what they do. They're big grown men, and we give them a lot of shit. We make fun of them, we do whatever. But to see these guys realize a dream, it's fantastic, especially to see them realize a dream in public to this level. Awesome.
They're not even grown men.
Some of them.
They're not. I mean,
Kimmy's 19.
I know. Kimmy's 19. Yes, Lando's been in F1 for 7 years. The kid's 26.
I know, he's younger than me. It's crazy.
He's not a grown man.
No,
that is still a young man. And these kids are doing that. It's wild. I fucked up so hard.
And he even talked about, the people outside, they're going to give me shit, and they're allowed to. It's your opinion. You're allowed to give your opinion, but realize you're on the outside. And he's right. He's 100% correct. Everybody in the paddock has a mutual respect for each other, even the ones that shouldn't be there. But they all have a mutual respect. Yeah, exactly. But they all have this level of mutual respect amongst each other, and I think that's awesome. I love to see it. I do. It would be an absolute dream one day to even be involved in that paddock and talk to one of these guys. That would be, I don't know how to describe how that would be. It would just be an amazing thing. Those guys are heroes.
Yeah, literally.
But yet again, congratulations, Lando. You earned it. Oscar, come back stronger than ever. Show us what you got. I'm sure Lando wants you to come back and show you what you got.
Can we talk about GP for a second?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That sucks.
Yeah. Like I mean, there's been whispers of some of the stuff. Obviously he's a very successful engineer.
Dude, he was sobbing so hard at the end of that race.
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't think it's supposedly, at least from what I've heard, nobody really knows what's going on. But he has a lot of family stuff going on.
And there's health issues with someone.
Yeah. Nobody really knows who it is, and he shouldn't be telling anybody if he doesn't want to. It's his deal.
This is not anybody's business except his.
That's I can't imagine having to deal with that kind of stuff with that job. Never being home. They're on the road for literally 9 months.
Yeah.
And then when you are home, you're still hard at work. Like you're not home. You're not actually
also
home.
And like just the thought of he might not be here next year, and I feel like he definitely probably wanted this more just to be like, okay, cool, I'm not going to be part of Red Bull next year. This might be my last chance to work with Max to win a title.
Yeah, and I really hope that's not the case. I hope he gets to come back. I hope it's not something. I hope, obviously, thoughts and prayers to everybody there. Hopefully nothing's so serious that it does take him out that way. But we look. Regardless. I think regardless of what is happening, whatever is happening, he'll be back in Formula One, whether it's next year or in 2 years or in 3 years, whatever. And he'll be back better than ever. if that is the case.
And you can't say that they didn't have a hell of a season. So, I
Man,
mean, like, he can't say
dude,
that he can't go out with his head down after that season.
I don't know what kind of voodoo they put on that car for this second half. Holy shit. That comeback. And, we say a lot of the times nobody remembers who comes in second, right?
Everyone's going to remember this
Everybody's
year.
going to remember this year because that was an insane comeback. 104 points to 2 points.
You've never seen that.
It's historic. Nobody's ever closed that gap. If he won it, it would be more memorable, but
Still, like you said,
insanity.
fucking Juan Pablo Montoya, no one remembers second place. Well,
Yeah.
sir,
You know what?
get fucked.
I remember the fucking mustard shirt I'm staying on your shirt.
Literally,
Fuck.
I will remember that for probably longer than I will
It
who
makes me
got
sad,
second in
'cause
2025.
I remember when it makes me sad because I remember when Juan was like, he made his transition to NASCAR. My dad would watch NASCAR somewhat regularly. See him in there,
Same.
and I'd root for him, right? Because he was driving, I think it was the 42 Target car. I'd always root for him. I thought I liked watching him. I liked seeing him win. He was a different skill set, different kind of guy. And a lot of the NASCAR fan base just shit on him so hard.
Yeah.
But the guy was awesome. He, not for nothing, the guy was a good driver. I remember
Yeah,
crashing.
now he's such a dick.
I just don't like the way he talks about it. Like, there's a level of arrogance you have to be a Formula One driver, and I say arrogance, but it makes it sound bad. But that's what it is. You have to have a level of, yeah, I'm better than you.
But he wasn't.
But he's continued it past his career, which kills me. He talks like he could still beat these guys. I'm like, man, you couldn't hang.
And then like him with Nico, like him compared to Nico, like Nico is a world champion. And he is still like, yeah, he put Joss in his place, but in that interview, but like he's still like he's very technical, but he's still like, it's not like he'd be out there beating these people. And like you said, it's almost like Montoya thinks that he'd be able to take on the field.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's comparing himself to Nico Rosberg. Nico Rosberg should just look up. He should turn around and go, oh, scoreboard. Check it out. look who won. Not you.
That's
you.
Me.
Yeah. And that's what everybody should be doing. Lando should be doing the same thing too to all the fucking haters. He should be saying the same thing. Yeah.
To us.
Look, but the people that aren't willing to admit that they're not willing to admit they were wrong.
Yeah.
People that are still trying to say, look, you should have got a penalty for that pass with Yuki. It's not a fucking penalty. First of all, maybe if Yuki didn't make such an aggressive move to the right or left, he was going to pass him anyways. Giving him a penalty wouldn't have done anything. It just would have recanted progress that he was going to make regardless. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't gain anything he shouldn't have. I think there's a fine line, no pun intended, of going off track and gaining an advantage, right? If we were playing, Assetto Corsa right there, yeah, I'm going to get a penalty because it's a computer and it says 4 lines over. You didn't slow down. That's it. But
well, the thing is, though,
crazy.
it's just the inconsistency of the FIA, because there were multiple times throughout this season that they did hand out penalties for the exact same thing that happened.
Yes.
And then they don't do it on the last race. I get it, but stay consistent. If you're going to do it, stay consistent.
Yes. And I think that's more of an FIA issue. The move, there's nothing wrong with the move. The move was great. Did exactly what he needed to do. It actually made my butthole pucker a little bit when I watched all the dust kick up. It's like, oh.
I was hoping.
Yuki's just, he's not Sergio Perez.
No.
He gave his best shot. He damn near ran him off the road. He did run him off the road.
Bro, think about Hadjar or Lawson being in that car in that situation, knowing.
Dude, if that's Lawson in that car, and there is tires rolling all across the track. There's fire. There's
fights
flag
in the pit. Like,
it's not good. No, that was done well. I think Lando handled it perfectly. Upset that that people are trying to use it as he shouldn't have won. Even though if he got a 5-second penalty, he still covered Charles Leclerc by, I think it was 5.5. Wouldn't matter.
Who knows though? If Charles
could change strategy.
Known, it could have changed strategy. Like a lot of things. Again, a bunch of what ifs.
Yeah, but I don't like the people using that as an excuse of no, he shouldn't have won. He earned it.
Again, my thing is, I'm not even like mad at the situation. I'm mad at the fucking inconsistent assholes of the FIA, because again, it happened 3 or 4 times this year, and they were all penalties except for this one. So,
and it does beg another question of if Christian Horner is still at Red Bull right now, right? In a fantasy world, Christian Horner's still at Red Bull. We go into Abu Dhabi with the same situation. I feel like it's totally different. I feel like he's pressing the big red button and telling Lawson to wreck Lando. Do what you have to do. And I thought when Yuki came over the
He's
radio,
telling Yuki to hit to wreck
no,
Lando.
when
He's saying, okay, keep pushing him, make him mow the lawn.
when they came over the radio to Yuki and he just said, "Don't worry, I know what to do." I was like,
that was as bad, if not worse, than go get Max.
I started hearing like PTSD, like war sounds. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to fucking wreck him. They've talked about that, but then it took once he passed, I'm like, okay, Lauren Mekes doesn't quite run a thing like this, because you know with that kind of, even if he didn't deploy him that way, that pass, Christian Horner would have like 15 diagrams and a poster and 7 emails off to the FIA of, look, he's over the line.
This
is why. Over. This is how it is. And then he'd be going up to the steward's office after the well, go fuck yourself. This is why. And I'd be like, oh God. That is something we kind of miss on the grid with him, but
don't miss him at all, though.
No, I never liked his personality, but I did enjoy the antics.
Him and Toto back and forth. Always saying that Zach Brown's a fuck. Like
they gotta be missing. They gotta be like missing that to a point.
Probably a little bit.
Like there's never gonna be another guy like Christian Horner on the grid. It just, the sport's past that. Unless he comes back, maybe he will. But
we'll see.
No, I was thinking about that the whole race though. WWCHD. What would Christian Horner do?
Yeah. No, that would have been interesting to see, but I mean, honestly, like you said, there was props to Lando. Great job to Max. One of the best efforts, if not the best effort we've ever seen, trying to make a comeback. And sorry, Oscar.
Yeah, look, he's gonna get another chance. Stop getting sponsored by burger joints, and it might help, because as soon as he did, he got fucked. The McLaren burger was a bad deal. Don't do it.
Yep.
So we had that championship end. We had another championship end. It was the previous weekend. Pretty exciting stuff, actually, over in Australia with these V8 Supercars.
Very controversial.
It was. So V8 Supercars ended. Chaz is our champion. Rob and I are both big fans of Chaz. Very happy to see it. Supercars did adopt this new point system this year, which has gotten a lot of flack for not rewarding wins enough. Because you had our number 2, who I don't even know if he ended up coming 2. Did he come 3 now at this point? Brock Feeney.
Yeah, I don't know how far down he finished, actually.
It was either, I don't think he made it. I don't think he was second. I think he ended up being third. He won the most races, secured the most podiums, qualified the highest most consistently, and did not win the championship because of one single result. I can understand why it's a shit feeling. I get it. Chaz showed up when it mattered, though. So
he did.
They adopted kind of the NASCAR system where you have your whole season that counts towards you getting into this playoffs, and then it goes to a somewhat level playing field, and that's where the real racing starts, right? So you can be decent through the first part of the year and then really crank it up the last few races, which I don't love.
And we didn't even see the first part of the year. We watched the last like 4 races. So
right. We watched exclusively. We actually watched exclusively the playoffs.
Yeah.
I went back and I watched, they got those nice summary highlight things of most of the races, and Brock is fucking nuts. Holy shit. Guy can wheel. I do feel a little bad for him that he got, I don't want to say screwed, but he didn't play to the point system the right way.
Well, honestly, like, Woodsy doesn't take him out, too.
Yeah, that was a bad look. It's a bad look.
But at the same time, then he had the motor failure later on. So it's
it probably wouldn't have mattered.
Half dozen of one, 6 of the other.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue was the way that the garage reacted to Brock getting taken out by Woods. Yeah. Quite honestly, I think that's the biggest issue. Because he got spun out and they immediately just started like cheering, pumping their fist.
Yeah, they were kissing each other on the face.
And I'm like,
bro.
Oh, like, I understand it's exciting, but I feel like that's just not
poor
good.
Taste. Poor taste.
And at the same time, I try to take a second to realize they have a slightly different I don't give a shit culture over there, where they'll they don't give a fuck. They're not going to hide it. They're excited. They're excited. Fuck it. Which I can appreciate. But
Yeah.
on a professional level, that's tough. And I think that's where a lot of the fan base might have got upset at the
I
reaction.
mean,
I wasn't a big fan of the reaction. I don't think a lot of people were a fan of the reaction.
yeah, I know it's a completely different series and it wasn't like they got wrecked, but you look back to 3 years ago, I think it was Le Mans. Toyota was leading by like 17, 20 seconds, something like that, with 5 minutes to go. All of a sudden, homie loses power. You see the graphic, throttles full power, and he's going half the speed. He's getting passed by lapped hypercars and everything. And then they pan over to the Penske garage, and everybody's sobbing, hugging
Oh,
each other
yeah.
because Penske ends up winning. And
Yep.
it's like, I still was even like, damn, like I get it, but like that sucks. But like they
Cheering for
didn't
somebody
get
else's
wrecked.
misfortune.
Exactly. But again, and you think about it, Le Mans, full supercar championship series, like you're winning the championship.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, look,
I'm okay with it, but yeah, it's still poor taste
Chaz
because
earned
your
it.
boy did it. Your boy
Yeah.
wrecked.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Exactly. And I mean, Chaz deserves it. Chaz earned that win. He's a fantastic driver. It's his first championship, I believe. He's been close before, but he crushed it these last 4 weekends. They are going to be making some revisions to the point system, it sounds like. They haven't said what they are, but they're making changes. So it should be really interesting. This is their first year using the system, so changes are going to happen. It's going to come.
Yeah.
It doesn't put a dampen on what Chaz has done. He 100% won that. It's always fun when there's a little bit of controversy anyways. Actually,
Yeah.
think of what was
Spices
it?
it up.
Was it the GT World finale in Germany this year that had that controversial pass? The
Which
Porsche on
one?
the Beamer.
No, that was DKM.
So DKM, yeah, they had that. He was 3 wheels off the track making that. And no,
Yeah.
honestly, like maybe I'm just not connected to the GT fan base as much, but there seemed to be a lot less complaints about it because it seems like I
Yeah.
could see I saw FIA, like people coming from F1 to watch and seeing the highlight complaining, but I didn't see a lot of people that actually watch GT racing complain about that.
Yeah, and I mean, like I've told you before too. Like you said that supercars are GT cars with no rules, and it's like, yeah, there's the reason why they don't bang doors as much is because those are factory cars.
Yeah, they can't
That's like
handle it.
you can't handle that. You're not running a tube chassis. You're running
Yeah.
straight up factory panels,
Yep.
factory frame. You don't have any reinforcements. That's literally off the line. Throw it on the track, call it a day. So that's why you don't see as much like rubbing is racing with it. But like
Yeah.
when
They're a
they
little bit more
do,
they're a little
it's
more
more
sensitive with
fair.
rules.
It was like that moment when with the BMW and the Corvette
Yeah.
in the finals of the of
Yeah,
WEC
Bahrain. Yeah, Bahrain, yeah.
in Bahrain. Everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like actually, like you were like, "Dude, that
Yeah.
was so out of line," and I'm like, "That
I feel like it was
happens."
borderline. Yeah, I can see it happening. I think that one was borderline. The Woody one, I think, is the Woody one. The easy one to the easy thing to take into consideration is he's young, right?
Yeah,
Like he just wants to win. But no,
and you
I mean,
told me
even
his family owns it too, so
yeah,
obviously
which is crazy.
he wants to make sure one of their
Oh yeah.
cars is winning.
Also, I told you who they're in business with. This man is now he holds 3 championship trophies this year, right? He takes part in them. Zach Brown is part owner over there.
I wonder
So,
if he called him up and asked about
dude,
the world champion hotline there.
dude, Zach Brown and what is it? United Autosport is his brand. Um, absolutely
Dude, he
freaking
started off as
crushed
just
it.
a basic marketer. He was
Yep.
literally just a marketer, started his own marketing company, sold the marketing company, and then said, let's go do F1, let's go do WEC, let's go
Yeah.
do supercars.
It's very interesting. I mean, look, he's got so now he has a team he's an IMSA team next year, or I believe they started this year. The United
No, it's
Autosport
next
team.
year.
There's next year they have one. So next year they're with the I can't remember the name. It's the one with all the billionaires, the prototype category.
LMP2.
So he has an LMP2 car going in IMSA, WEC, obviously McLaren's joining. And then V8 Supercars, he's part of that Andretti team. It's the Andretti United team. Of course, McLaren Formula One, McLaren IndyCar, and I'm sure he has various other ventures that he's diving into. But yeah, United Autosports, we don't talk about that side of it as much. Maybe we'll start doing a little bit more. Um, these brands, some of them, Zach Brown as an individual, crushing it this year in the motorsport world. I mean, he has been since he really has been. Quite on,
That
yeah,
dude's
yeah. But
rolling. As much as we don't
yeah,
like the dude, as
oh yeah,
much as he is a clown in
he can be. Yeah,
a orange, yeah, he looks like a pumpkin.
he
But
does.
he's rolling in the dough.
No,
Like that dude is rolling in the dough.
the guy's a genius when it comes to marketing and motorsports. He didn't. I don't believe he grew up rich. Quite honestly,
I
he was
don't
just
I don't
he
think
built it
so.
himself. He built this all
And
himself.
as much as we talk shit, he doesn't give a fuck.
No. Oh, and
He
you know
doesn't
what?
care what anybody says.
You know what? We dislike him so much because he's corny a lot of the time.
But he's
Probably a cool
so
dude.
corny.
He's probably a cool dude. Honestly, he's got crazy cool cars. He races. I don't know if you got to see the video of him with Toto Wolff and
Yeah.
Mohammed Ben Sulayem racing Mohammed's fucking car collection of CLK GTRs and
Dude, it's just unfair.
Koenigsegg's and all this stuff. But Zach can wheel all on his own. He's a good driver. He rips his classic cars around a lot. He goes to Goodwood Festival of Speed.
Yeah.
He races the classic Laguna a lot of the time. He is a through and through car guy. So you know what? In a professional sense, he might be kind of a fucking cornball, but he seems like he's probably a pretty cool dude. But man, he is crushing it this year. His company's fucking everywhere.
No, that's gotta be a great feeling. So yeah, no, props to Chaz. Great season. Sucks for Brock, but I mean, obviously they'll
He'll
be
come
back
back
next year.
He's like their Max Verstappen. He kind of is.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's Red Bull.
yeah, yeah. Which, funny enough, he competed against the newest Red Bull driver who's coming up in a single seater car and absolutely fucking spanked him.
Dog walked him.
Which is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, no, these guys are pretty wild. They are truly what Australia offers as like their highest level of talent. These guys are nuts. Taxi drivers, as they call them. They're taxi drivers.
I would love to ride in one of their taxis.
Oh man.
If they're taxi drivers, sign me up.
Yeah, it is
Happy.
it is very I said it before, but it's quickly becoming my favorite version of motorsports. So cool. It's just so cool.
And we gotta wait now, but
yeah, it'll come back around pretty soon. I can't wait. It's the Champions. That's what we got going on next with that. So that'll be cool.
I mean, then another thing ended this weekend. For the love of God, everything's ending right now.
I know. Lock City. I'm gonna miss you this year. It was so much fun. It's so much fun. So much fun.
It was a lot
so
of
much
fun. How much fun was it this time for you, Dean?
No, it was so much better. This was so we got the privilege to be part of media now at Lock City.
We both did.
So friggin' cool. And we're doing this for every event, by the way. This is happening every time now. So cool. You'll be seeing I got a shitload of pictures. Rob has I don't know, probably 3 feature-length movies worth of video
between both of the events now.
So we'll be seeing a lot of stuff pop up on our socials.
Especially since really everything's over now. We have nothing else to do except edit everything. Fair. So it's Saturdays and Sundays. Let's get it. That and sim racing.
Lock City puts on a tremendous event every single time. I've never been disappointed going. Between the pad, the clubhouse, which is my favorite personally, that clubhouse area on the front stretch. Those are my favorites. But that was awesome. We got there. I was a little nervous, not gonna lie, driving down there. I'm like, there's snow. There's like a good coating of snow on the ground. I don't know if are they gonna do this? But man, yeah, they did. And it made for really interesting.
Yeah, track warmed up, snow melted. It was all about I feel like the low power vehicles actually had a better time than the 4, 5, 6, 700 horsepower cars, because
absolutely
these guys, John Lawler was out there again. We had a chance to chat with him at the end. Unfortunately, his power steering pump blew out only like 2 or 3 runs in. But when he was out there, this man has so much power. He was coming around the turn completely full lock sideways, going like 5 miles an hour, and it just
cranked, fucking
the whole
cranked
time.
in second and third gear, just going.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I did it. He said, yeah, I did it in third, and it was too much.
I mean, to put it in perspective, we were talking to him, and the car runs 295 wide tires. Those are thick Johnnies. and it couldn't get any grip. It was, like he said, you could walk faster than the car was
Yeah.
going at that moment because it was just.
I'm
Nothing.
pretty sure I got a clip of it too, so I'll tag him in it just because that was funny. It was a good conversation with him though. John's such a cool dude.
He
He's
is.
so down to earth. He's so chill and so open to just talking. Like he started
Yeah.
talking to us about Ryan's car. Like we thought it was only 586. That thing now got a new motor and tuned up to 800 horsepower, and
Cranks.
it just blows my mind. And it makes more sense why he literally was just like throwing it sideways and then just with
And,
ease on everybody.
and it amazed me too at just how humble the guy is. You know, he's talking about, he's like, yeah, you know, I was out there with Ryan and I was throwing line. My line sucked.
And I'm like, dude, I've got a
bro, it looks like
video
it's
of you two
amazing.
dancing together. Like, what are you talking about? You were throwing the same lines. And like, yeah, he's such a humble dude.
And on
They
top of it,
all are.
his fab work is second to none. Just looking at that car, oh, and I mean, clearly it has to be. He makes cars that make it to FD, but his fab work is second to none. It is absolutely beautiful. He has a absolutely beautiful S13, just a beautiful car, tremendous, sounds amazing. Everything's custom,
Yeah.
so cool. It's just such a cool car. So I got a few pictures of him. I know Rob got a lot of videos for when he was running that day, and then also from the past event. But
That
yeah,
specific what we were just talking about. I
that
have it,
moment.
and I'm just going like, yeah.
And he's probably in the car going, "Go faster."
No smoke. There was no smoke that day because the track literally was wet the entire time. The sun came out later in the day, but it just didn't have. It wasn't enough to make dry it out.
It was cold. It was like
it
30,
was so
what was the
cold.
high? What was the high? 37, 38?
I think right around there. I think 39 maximum, if that feels like
Yeah.
was right around 35. So
It was frigid and cool to see. We saw a few cars I haven't seen before out there, or some that show up somewhat rarely. And then of course we had all our regulars out there throwing down. You know, you got the watermelon,
Campos.
you got Campo, you got Jonathan Campos and the Campos Garage 350Z. You got the Watermelon Z out there throwing down. You have the Green Crew. I don't know these guys yet. We're gonna find them in the pits. We're gonna talk to some of these guys more.
Yeah, the green Beamer and the green C5.
I think C5.
Yeah,
They
C5.
because it's pop-ups. Those guys throw down. You got there was a yellow Z out there throwing down, a blue Z. There's a lot of Z's.
That yellow Miata was awesome.
Yeah, that guy, I haven't seen that one out there before, but he was so smooth with it.
Blue Miata was good too. I didn't see him out there much on Clubhouse after the first couple rounds. And then obviously the Santa Sleigh RX, the FC RX7.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite. Like that was probably my second favorite car of the day, just for the festive. I'm a big fan of RX-7s. I just love that body style, and I love that era of car, that like pointy nose, super sharp everything. You know, Mark III Supras, got pop up headlights, but I love all that stuff. I love the FC RX-7s. The Mark III Supras, the Starion.
There was a Mark III out there too.
There was a white Mark III with a black front. That's one of my favorite eras of car. I just think it's so cool. For cars to customize, that's where it's at, man. For me,
I love the pig nose S13s, like the 92s.
Sharp.
Yeah. Or the shark nose. I like the sharks too. And then obviously but then you give me a nice like S15 with the Sylvia body on it.
Oh yeah. And then that SC, what was that, SC 300 or 400 out there?
I think 300.
300. That thing was ripping. That thing sounded amazing. Sounded so good.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
No, it was a good time. It wasn't as packed, and obviously probably because of the weather, people didn't want to come out. But
and there was only one
still
fire.
A good time. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Dude, we're walking, we finally get off the track. We finally get to go off the track, because how it works is, like, if you're out in the middle of the track, you cannot cross until there's a red flag. And we look at the dude across and like, we're like, hey, can we come? And he's like, yeah, let them finish this real quick. And we're walking across, and all of a sudden we hear, holy shit, there's a fire. And we're like, dude, what are you talking about? We just saw the car's fire.
What are you talking about?
There's a dumpster, there's a truck with a trash can in the back with a 5-foot flame roaring out the back. I got a video of it. I won't post it because I know Thompson won't like it. But the flame was so high. These guys were just trying to like go hobo in the back of their truck and burn a trash can full of trash. And the fire crew came
Yeah.
over.
Not their best moment. That was weird. That was a strange fucking thing.
Never. In the
I was and
5, almost 6 years I've been going, I have never seen that happen
see,
before.
it fucked me up because there was a car that blew me out. It actually just spun out into the gravel, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's on fire!" No.
Yeah. We
So I
literally
turn around to
turned
look, and I'm
around for
like,
2 seconds.
I turn around to look, and I'm like, I'm not a scientist, but that doesn't look like fire. And
And
then
then
I look to the
pan
directly to the left. I'm like,
oh
oh, there's the fire.
my god, the flaggers were having a field day with that. They were
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Have a good time cleaning out your truck. I'm
Oh,
sure
literally
it's fire retardant everywhere.
everywhere. So, no, that was a blast. It's always fun, and I can't wait to go out to the Spring Bash and get some
Yes.
media for that because you know it's that is like damn near Staggered Fest size of people because everyone's got their projects done from over the winter. Everyone's fiending for some track time,
Yep.
and Ryan Turk's there.
Yep.
Sometimes Jimmy Oaks comes out too, which is really cool to see. So I feel like Ryan coming more is going to start bringing more people in the New England, even down from New Jersey. We might even see Adam come up because he's from
Yeah.
Connecticut. So like that would be really cool to see Adam LZ out there every once in a while. Jimmy puts on a great show when he comes out with his crew. And then obviously Ryan and his squad that come out. And now John. John's such a cool dude. I
He
want
is
to
a
hang
cool
out
dude.
with that guy.
Yeah, he's a very cool dude. It is. I'm very excited for next year. Can't wait to be media. That is one thing. Rob was talking about it last episode, but being 5-10 feet away, like we kind of were, so cool. It's such a better viewing experience and way better angles. Just to
But
watch
yeah,
this stuff happen, so much easier to appreciate what these guys are doing. It was awesome. That was
like
awesome.
you don't have the fence in front of you, you don't have any obstructions, and you get to see like you get the full 360 feel,
Yeah,
especially on both of those areas. Like
yeah,
it's so cool. Like
and
and to be just to be able to do that is just
yeah, yeah.
like a blessing.
It is, and every car that comes by you, throwing peace signs, waving, just
Having
so
a
cool.
great time.
It's
You get to see
awesome.
a side of it that you as a spectator on the outside doesn't see, because when you got that vest on, I told you,
You
you get
stand
that
out.
high vis vest, you stand out, and
Yep.
everybody knows that you're gonna be getting some cool clips or some great photos, and they wanna make sure they
Mhm.
look good or they're having fun. Everyone's throwing up deuces, rock on, hang loose, like everything, and they're making sure they're waving. Like, I took that video of the whole line of,
Mm.
people waiting for skid pad, and, like, every car, if not every other car, was saying hi, waving, revving their car a little bit, like having fun with it. It's so cool. It's
It
such
is,
a
it's awesome.
and it's so sad that people across the country don't get to experience that because we are very spoiled with this. This isn't something that was back in Indiana like you get to see up close and personal, especially with some of the skill level that's out here. I
Mhm.
know there's some people back in Indianapolis that I've got some buddies that still do it there, but you don't get to see we didn't grow up with that. There nothing like that. You'd have to drive upwards of 2 to 3 hours to go and see something.
Mm. Oh, they got a great thing going there, and we're lucky to be in a region that has a heck of a lot of talent. Clearly, because I mean, Ryan Turek, Jimmy Oaks, Adam
Yeah.
LZ, all being from here, um, that's pretty says a lot.
Yeah, it says a lot, and honestly, like, Lock City's awesome. Like, they
Oh, yeah.
always put on a great event, and it's just again, I can't thank them enough for just saying, "Yeah, let's give these guys a shot," and liking me enough to have me come back. I
Yeah,
didn't mess anything up, and then being like, "Alright, cool, this kid's coming too." So the fact that we both got in, we're both now like, I think this was a great time to be able to do it because next year it's gonna be every event.
absolutely. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
I'm gonna get ride-alongs more just because, "Hey, I got this vest on, let me jump in."
No, it is sad that everything's coming to an end, though, but that does open some opportunities here. We're going to be doing more sim racing. We're going to be talking about our predictions, previews, information that is coming out during the off season here, as there is probably going to be quite a lot.
A lot.
We got reveals for cars coming for F1. You have some
Cadillac
of the
during the Super Bowl.
Yup. You got Red Bull getting revealed in Detroit. We got a lot going on. You got Renault for the first time not being in Formula One. They are becoming a Mercedes customer, which may turn it around for him. Hopefully, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Um, and then you also have over in V8 Supercars, we got Toyota joining the grid with the GR Supra. So that's going to be very interesting as well. Oddly enough, champion Chaz will be driving it. He
I'm
will be in a
stoked.
Toyota. So that United Autosport Andretti team is going to be driving Toyota cars. This thing could come out and just be a rocket ship and blast everybody out of the water. We don't know. But always cool to see more manufacturers join. So
Oh,
we got a lot going on.
always, always, and yeah, I've been racing the Le Mans Ultimate game. That's chef's kiss. Like, I'm so sad that I haven't gotten on board with that sooner than now. Um, the we're gonna wait for Project Motor
Yeah, we're
Racing
gonna
to
give
get
it give
their
it some
shit
time.
together.
We're gonna give it that some time. Wait till it goes on sale.
Yeah, but yeah, we're obviously gonna do Formula One. We're gonna start. We got some ideas for some series to do, like, because there's co-op in now F125. There's co-op in Le Mans Ultimate, and then obviously maybe start dabbling in some iRacing, see what happens. I have an idea because I just got the new CSRP2 load cell pedals. They're on the way. I'm going to do a little review on them.
You
This is
should.
my first time getting a real kind of like feel, because the regular pedals that come with these, they're just you can't gauge it. Every time you try and break into a turn, you think you're doing it and you're not, because it's not the
Mhm.
same spot. With these, supposedly you're going to have more control, more feel. So very interested to see how that comes. Those should be arriving in a couple days, and I'm going to do something with that. So
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of reviews. I'm like, might as well. So
Check
I'll
it
get
out,
one of those
TikTok.
out. Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, honestly, we'll get all that stuff out. But other than that, I think that's good for this week.
I believe so. I think that's all we got going on right now.
Yeah. So but yeah, as always, check us out on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. Make sure you go follow, like, subscribe, hit that bell on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, give us some likes, give us some love, and seeing a lot of really realizing that y'all like drifting. Drifting is getting some really good reviews, good responses, and things like that on across the platform. So we'll be getting some more of those out soon.
Yeah. If you
Um,
see, I'll be posting up all the still photography, and Rob's be posting all the videos. If you see something that's your car, send us a
yes.
message, because it's more than likely I have like 900 friggin' pictures of your car, and I just picked out like the one I knew could look really cool, like a poster. I
Yeah.
probably have 900 other ones that look amazing, and I'm sure Rob has minutes of video
Yeah, and
of it
I'll
for your
yeah,
use, and I'm sure we'd love to show it to you.
I'll whip together some personal reels if you want to and send them your way. I don't care. I don't need, I mean, just give us some credit, like, and you don't need to pay me for them. So, but honestly, thanks again for following us, and as always, make sure you keep the throttle down and the conversation wide open. We'll see you next time.